the Lyte Jewel, I suppose it's just resonant because it's this sort of famous, incredibly valuable, historic object that is, you know, and it's when you pick it up, its density is not just physical, but it's sort of emotional and historical as well. And just the sheer number of man hours in something like this. And I think we all have a physical sense of that when we see things in a museum. And I think the Waddesdon bequest is probably particularly full of them, of these objects that are imbued with enormous amounts of time and care, and that radiates out of them. They're to show the power of the owner, because you are buying man hours here. You are buying not only expensive, luxury, rare materials, but you are buying the man hours of the best technicians of the day. For me, as a maker looking at it, you know, it's not only incredibly bedazzling, but it's also mind-bogglingly precise in an age before all the high-tech wonders of our age. There is a sort of sadness looking at this for me, because this jewel was given by King James I of the Stuarts to a man called Thomas Lyte, and it was meant to be in return for a illuminated ancestry. There was a sort of political angle to this, because James perhaps felt insecure in his sort of taking up the throne, and he needed that kind of imprimatur of, yes, I descend from the very beginning of our nation. And inside, an amazing portrait of James by Nicholas Hilliard, who was the go-to man of your Tudor and Stuart miniature painting. He was just an incredible, what they would have called a limner in those days, which sort of descends from the skills of the old medieval manuscript sort of illustrators. And he had this sort of amazing facility to, even within such a tiny little space, to do these amazing glowing portraits. The Rothschilds buying this in the 19th century, you know, that was a time when you still could buy things like this. You know, that bits, really important, central, powerful, talismanic pieces of British history were up for auction. You can't imagine nowadays that happening. And I think that's amazing. And for it to end up back in a public collection in our sort of great museum of record is a wonderful thing.
That was Love Objects. I've seen that object hundreds of times in the collection, and I've never really paid it any attention until listening to Grayson pull it apart in that beautiful way. If you want to hear more people pull apart objects with such detail and such enthusiasm, make this your winning series. Vote for it. Hit the button. Still undecided? I can understand why. We've got a lot of options for you. Let me just run you through these 3 options here. These videos are the other pilot series that we've got for you. Now, what you need to do, what I need from you is a thumbs up for the video you want to win. That is the important part here. We've got until the 23rd of December for you to decide which video you want us to make, and we will roll out regular episodes come January. So take a moment, just have a look. And press the button. Just press the button. That's all you have to do.